How the One-Armed Sister Sweeps Her House by Cherie Jones. I hope it's pronounced Cherie, Cherie. Cherie Jones. Pretty name. Um, this one is set in a resort town called Baxter's Beach in Barbados. This book centers largely on a girl called Lala who is pregnant and in an abusive relationship. When her labor starts, she goes looking for help and ends up knocking on the door of a wealthy home where her husband, coincidentally, is robbing the owners. Unwittingly, she sets off a chain of events that will affect her, her daughter, her husband, his friend, her grandmother, the couple who lives in the house, and their neighbor. I was really drawn to the title of this book and the absolutely beautiful cover design. It's so vibrant and intriguing. And I think it's great to hear or to find a book from from an author from Barbados, basically. The title comes from a warning fairy tale that Lala's grandmother tells her at the start of the book, hoping to discourage her from going out at night and sort of meeting up with boys and stuff. The tale is about a curious, willful sister who loses an arm to monsters who live in Baxter's local tunnels, while the good, obedient sister stays home and stays safe. I love the language of this book. In a few words, we get a sense of the voices and rhythm of the characters and of Barbados. It's not just the descriptions of the buildings and the beach, the differences between people who holiday there and who live there and who are local, but phrases like quick, used naturally in a sentence, if that makes sense. So the author's really captured that phrasing, and it just gives you a really strong sense of place and mindset and things like that. It's really cool. The world that these characters move in is relentlessly sad and harsh. At the hospital, the staff are unfeeling towards Lala. Her grandmother can't really love her. Husbands are violent. Nice men go to prison. There are a lot of criminals. There are a lot of cold and calculating people in this book. And each chapter seems to have some new story of something bad happening. Child death, rape, violence, incest, murder. While I liked that the plot was always moving forward, it felt a little kind of numbing after a while. The problem is that while each character feels psychologically real, that is, they behave, just like, we know abusive relationships work or whatever, they don't feel like individuals. They feel a bit textbook, maybe. There was too much plot about all the bad things and not any room for personality. This is very much a trauma story. And that personality, you really need that in a character because you need to relate to them. You need to you need to be sort of rooting for them succeeding. Also, by having each chapter has its tragedy, it started to feel sort of melodramatic and a little bit unreal. That's not to say that sometimes life isn't like that, just relentless, but it was just one thing after another, bad things happening to people who were already hardened. And I feel like it just needed a little bit more, something to kind of hook, So it's a lot in that sense. And perhaps if that kind of thing is triggering for you or you're feeling a little depressed from things lately, I don't know, maybe this one might not be for you. But I really liked hearing about Barbados life, what it's like. It's a story, obviously, but, what it's from a local voice, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And I think that the author has a lot of talent as a writer and understands what makes people tick, which I do notice, like, some authors can write great plots, but they don't always understand what makes a good character. And I feel like this author maybe didn't create thorough characters, but the psychology is definitely there. So this is a really good debut novel, and I like hearing own voices telling these kinds of stories. It is relentlessly sad, and the characters are slightly underdeveloped maybe, but I would think Cherie Jones has something. As a writer, she really has something, and I hope that she keeps writing. I'd love to read more of her work. So as I said, this book came out a couple of years ago. I think I said that at the top of this review. Basically, Hachette sent me this one a few years back, and I didn't share it with you on YouTube. So I was looking at it on my shelf and thought I would share it now. So thank you for watching and happy reading. You can check out some of my other videos. I also have another channel and socials, so you can find links below if you want more of that. And if you want to hang out again, remember to like and subscribe. And you can always leave a comment, let me know what you thought, or let me know what else you might want to see. Thank you.